Welcome to An Old Man Tries. We're going to try an itch.io game called The Novelist. I don't know a great deal about it, and all I've done so far is start it up, make sure it works, basically. So we'll kick off and see what we see. I know that you sort of play a novelist who's trying to finish his book, and that's about it. Okay, so the Kaplans will be able to see you, so stay out of sight, or story, the Kaplans won't be able to see you, so explore freely. We'll go with story, because I'm not into stealth games, basically. Brief tutorial, yes.
This is it.
Wow, look at this place.
Still can't believe the deal we got.
Where's my room?
Right up there, buddy.
W, emerge. So, WASD, I don't know what I'm supposed to be. Look at the letter on the dining room table and read it by pressing space. Welcome to your home for the summer. We're very excited to have you. It's one of our most popular properties. I'm sure you and your family have a memorable visit. We have you booked through August 31st. Your security deposit is cleared and cleaning service freshened everything up on Saturday. You can buy groceries in town, and if you'd like to eat dinner out, then there are quite a few restaurants on Meridian Avenue. If you have any questions, you're only in trouble, please don't hesitate to call. Some guy. Okay. Look at light fixture and press space to possess it. You can possess any light fixture in the house by looking at pressing space. You can even jump from one light fixture to another in order to move through the house more quickly. Use possession to reach the upstairs. Can I go to there? Yep. Ah, that's quite clever. So we're a ghost. Maybe. We're in the office.
We'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm guessing we're the spirit of the house or something? Your goal in each chapter is to figure out how the dilemma facing Dan... Sorry. Your goal in each chapter is to figure out the dilemma facing Dan and decide how he should resolve it. Each member of the family decides a different outcome. It's up to you to decide which path to take. If you learn the desires of more than one character, you can have compromises that will help the family. Okay. Writer's block.
Writer's block. I can't believe I just wrote that. Writer's block. There, again. Those two words are apparently the only damn thing I can write. I don't think it's been this bad since high school. Mr. Holder's class, an essay about Faulkner. Dan Kaplan, little-known author of Tramer's Way and Windsong, has run out of steam. Closed my eyes last night and saw a literary register article about myself. And that was the first line. Paul wants 3 chapters next week, and so far I've got 2,000 words so sloppy I can barely read them. I cannot blow my schedule. Paul said Grofield's been very clear about what comes next if I keep slipping deadlines. Why did this happen as soon as we got here? This was supposed to simplify things, but so far it's been nothing but staring at a blank page. Maybe a walk will help, or a long drive, or a drink.
Okay. Each character's number of writings or drawings to discover. You found one of Dan's. There you see what's troubling you. You should search house for more, discover more about his dilemma. you look at a character, you can press space to see what they're thinking about. I thought I saw down. Yep, I did. Speed, rethoughts. If this doesn't work... His cloud is remembering specific moments. Your ability to explore his memories to learn more about the current chapter. Approach from behind and press space to enter his... memory. Now you've entered his memory, you can explore it freely. Follow the sounds to locate different moments in his mind. When you find a specific moment, press space to uncover more about what's troubling him. You can exit whenever you wish. Return to it any time by approaching from behind and pressing space. Press E.
Do you think coming here will help? Do you think coming here will help?
It has to. Tommy rode into town with me today. He saw some kids his age playing on the swings at the park, and I could tell he wanted to go play with them. It got me thinking, did we swing the pendulum too far just to get him away from those bullies? Kids can bounce back quick sometimes. What if this is the worst thing we could have done? Then he asked how Daddy's book was going, and without even thinking, I said, "Great, my man." Felt awful right away. It's a white lie, sure, but why not be honest? When he was younger, he was just a bundle of physical needs, but now he's like a mental, emotional sponge. He's around Linda and me all the time, and I can see him changing every day in 1,000 small ways. That scares the hell out of me. What am I teaching him with a white lie?
So I've explored everything there is to explore there.
Dan, we're back.
Barb, how are things? Is school still taking up all your time, or is anything new going on? We've been up here for a week or so, and I can already tell it's going to be great for painting. There are hardly any distractions, and this house has a room they called the conservatory in the brochure, which really just means it has a lot of windows. Whatever they call it, it's a great space for working. The second floor blocks most of the northern light, but I'll manage. I took Tommy down to the beach today, and you should have seen how excited he was. I wish I'd brought my camera. He kept looking back up at the house like he couldn't believe it was so small from down there. He seems to have taken to this place really well so far, which is such a load off our minds. We didn't know what to expect, but so far, so good. Anyway, let me know how things are going. Yours, Linda.
Having fun?
Now that Linda and Tommy are home, you should look for cues to cover let someone explore their memories.
Bet.
So ideas. Alice listens in on the phone call. Problem, maroon sympathy for Alice. Solvable, probably not. Too cheap and easy. Seen at lake. Alice sees them there. Could definitely work. Come up as for Scott. Alice stays innocent. Sarah sees who Scott really is. Yeah, I think that works. You can press tab to see your progress and find out what you need to do to move forward. You press escape to view the help screen or adjust options. Mr. Kaplan, I hope this reaches you before you leave for the summer. I know we went over this in office, but I think Tommy's a wonderful child. I feel better putting my recommendation in writing. Children develop at different speeds, and Tommy shows no sign of a serious learning disorder, so the most important thing is to be patient and supportive. Make sure he does his reading exercises each day in a calm, loving environment. Make sure not to show disappointment when he struggles, which he will at first. Show encouragement when he succeeds, and self-confidence is critical at this age. If he fails to make progress with exercise included, you may want to take him to a local paediatrician for further recommendations. Hope this is some help. I look forward to seeing Tommy this September. I don't want to change any settings right now, so that's fine. Anything to learn around here? Doesn't look like it. So there's not a memory in there. How do I get outside? Oh, I could just uncover it.
Are there any other kids?
We'll have to find out.
Okay. Whatever I am, I can't fly, except by going from light to light. He wants to spend time with his dad, by the looks of it.
It's such a crazy thought, the three of us all alone in this house all summer. I never thought we could afford a place like this, but the price surprised us both when we saw it. I wonder if there's something wrong with it. Maybe it has a raccoon problem or a toilet that...
Or a
backs
ghost.
up. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, and I'm painting again. I got set up today. I felt a buzz right away. So much time to work. I haven't had a space like this in forever, probably since I left the studio. I went straight into a new piece today, got lost, looked up to see it was 2 hours later. I think this new one has promise, though I still have some rust to shake off. Speaking of which, I'm going to go check on Dan and see if his new office is doing anything for him. He's pretty frustrated, but he has to figure something out soon, or this place won't be any different than home.
Maybe he should ask his family for help. Okay, so she's got some memories. There's noisier over here. Oh, yep.
I promise.
Me too.
I think we've done a good job of putting on happy faces for Tommy. If he knows there's something wrong, he's not showing it. We told him this is just a fun family vacation, and he seems to like it here so far. But this might be it for Dan and me. Neither one of us has said the word yet, but I know it's right there under the surface. We've been dancing around it. I can't even bring myself to write the word here. Writing it would be almost as bad as saying it, because once it's there, it becomes real, a thing we have to deal with. I'm not ready for that yet. We agreed to make this a fresh start. I meant it, I think he did too. Now we just have to treat each day like a new beginning.
So the marriage is in trouble. Okay, so it wants me to... So I need to get around so that I'm not...
I'm fast.
No, it keeps putting me back in there. I just
Hey,
want to
honey,
read
what you
thoughts. Bottle of wine and hang out like we used to. Find the object in blue text and select it. You can continue exploring the house. It's got what other characters want to do. So he wants friends, I would say. And is Dan upstairs somewhere? Can't run, it would seem. It doesn't work. So search the house for more clues. We could have a bottle of wine and hang out. So there's more clues to be found. So I guess we'll have to do this in a calm, methodical manner. That's possessible. I already read that. I read that. I read that. Find time for Tommy. Lots of attempts to write without much success. Keeps telling me to use escape. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've got it. Escape does some stuff. Read Tommy's thoughts to see what he wants. Maybe we can play Race and Roger.
Okay.
That's
It's
the
such
thing.
a crazy thought.
Yeah. Oh. So she just wants to make sure you're in the right position, otherwise you end up exploring her memories without actually meaning to. So wrapped up in his book.
Blast off.
No.
Oh, what?
So what Dan wants, so there's the wine. Don't necessarily want that just yet. Maybe we can play later.
Don't know. Paul, good to hear from you. Listen, things are taking a little longer than expected. I feel good about this one, but I haven't quite brought some of the threads together. It's just an execution hiccup, not a lack of ideas. This is the most complicated book I've ever tried to write, and let's just say I have a newfound respect for guys like Dickens and Joyce who can juggle 10 threads at once without getting lost. I'm figuring some of this stuff out the hard way, I guess you could say. Anyway, the outline I sent you is still good, those are still the beats, those are still the themes I plan to explore. I'll keep you posted. Dan.
Okay, still don't know what Dan's is. Not expecting to find anything in the toilet, I have to say. Been in here already, haven't we? Kids room, which we've explored pretty thoroughly, I think. Where's my notebook? Okay, so now I know what everybody wants. I know I had something good. Yeah, I know you did. Your notebook is down here, I would say. Okay, so selecting a notebook will choose Dan's resolution for this chapter. Linda and Tommy will be disappointed. However, if you discovered Linda or Tommy's desired outcome, you'll be able to find a compromise with one of them in the next chapter. Let's choose Dan's outcome. Why not? And then try and we've discovered everybody's, so we can try and compromise next chapter. Explore the house for clues, and then whisper your decision to Dan. Okay, well, if we're exploring the house for clues, let's... By inside the more than one character, you've only able to find a compromise with one family member you didn't choose the previous chapter. Press tab to view compromises. So I can select the wine. From the desk of Harold Baxter, Miss Fleury Fowling gave in and agreed to let me inspect the house. I believe he simply got tired of hearing me ask, though I think deep down he knows I'm correct. A property like this simply doesn't change hands every year or two without reason. I noticed a pattern when I was cleaning out old files. The house kept coming up. It's changed only 7 times in the last 13 years. I began digging, and on a single one of the sales was financially motivated. People just seem to keep deciding they'd rather live elsewhere, which doesn't add up. The view is striking. The isolation and privacy alone make it a great property. The remoteness isn't an issue. Certainly no one who can afford this kind of house needs to work for money. It's a mystery, but that's why I'm here. It's because it's haunted. I'm haunting it. But I appear to be a benevolent ghost, so I'm not sure why people would always be rushing off. He wants to fly his kite. Select Racing Roger. From the desk of Harold Baxter, standing in the kitchen drinking coffee and admiring the view. I simply don't understand it. Who wouldn't want to see this every morning? This appears to be the great question of 451 Timberline Road. I wonder if we're Harold Baxter. I slept very well last night. It's a good thing the previous owners left the house furnished. It was just about as quiet as anywhere I've ever been. The only sounds today are the ocean and the few birds. After I finished breakfast, I planned to begin my inspection. Later, I was inspecting the upstairs walkway to make sure the railing was sturdy when I saw something odd downstairs. I'm not certain I can describe what it was, and I've already talked myself halfway out of thinking it was anything at all. It's probably just a trick of light coming through the windows. Okay, so maybe we're not Harold Baxter. Maybe we are whatever he saw. Both have to try, just keep at it. Ideas for a second one. So if I come up to him... Came to Dan and Flash, he'd written down an idea in an old notebook for coming to the house. It's somewhere fallen beside the desk, and though he had no clue what gave him the idea to check there. He found it. So I'm wondering if... instead of relaxing with indoor play when he sat down inside room for hours ago, I hope the change of scenery was working. Okay, so maybe I needed to pick one of the other things before I went up. It wasn't entirely clear. Linda was upset that Dan wouldn't take even a single night off so they could catch up on things. Yeah, okay, she spent the evening reading alone on the couch, so it's not actually what I wanted. So I need to go and pick the bottle of wine first. Okay, right, fine. Can I go back? It doesn't look like it. The inheritance. Dan got a letter. That was not what I actually wanted. So I have to go back because I didn't understand the... Ugh. No, we don't need the tutorial. Apologies. I'm going to try and get through this as fast as possible.
I hope this works. It's such a crazy...
Okay, so we've done that. Okay, apparently it's put us into her memory rather than what I expected it to do, which is to let us read her thoughts, but that's fine. We know where all this stuff is. We can quickly go and do it.
I think we've done it. I promise.
Me too.
Okay, so I need to get in front of her. No, can I get in front of her so I can read her thoughts? Nope, apparently not. We get further away. Yep, just one night. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Just us all summer. Explore his memory.
Are there any other kids?
We'll have to find out.
I don't remember offhand where his other memory was. Upstairs in his room. Okay. So I can now read Tommy's thoughts to find out what he wants.
Writer's block.
Writer's block. So you can do it from a distance, it would appear, which is handy to know.
Do you think coming here will help?
It has to. Tommy rode into town.
Hey, honey, what you doing? Blasting off.
Read Dan's thoughts to find out what he wants. He wants his notebook, but I still need to find... Tommy and get his thoughts, and then Linda and get hers. So I'm going to definitely do the Linda thing. Not what I meant. Get out. Okay, where'd the kid vanish? Still need more clues. Read this already,
Such a
right?
crazy.
Yep. Maybe we can play Race and Roger. What did I miss for her? There must be another letter or something that she sent. Pretty sure I read this already, didn't I?
Barb, how are things?
Nope, that's the thing I missed. Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-da, rush after her to find... Where is she hiding?
I hope this works.
Not here, that's Dad. Ooh, I didn't find that last time. That's interesting. There she is. Bottle of wine and hang out like we used to. Okay, no, so it's notebook time. Because he needs to get this book sorted out. Yep. Right. So that was a lot quicker this time because we weren't waiting on the stuff. Apologies for the repeat, but yeah. Okay, so then here we can pick. Okay, so I have to pick the compromise. E for the compromise. Let's keep the marriage strong. It came to Dan in a flash. He'd written down an idea in an old notebook before coming to the house. It had somehow fallen beside the desk in the bedroom. And though he had no clue what gave him the idea to check there, he found it just the same. Instead of relaxing with Linda or playing with Tommy, he sat down at the typewriter and wrote for hours. It gave him hope that the change in scenery was working. Didn't I tell you to compromise? Ah, yes. Okay. Good. The next night, Linda decided to have the bottle of wine herself after giving up that Dan would take a night off for them to catch up. She was a glass half into the bottle when he surprised her by coming down to help her finish it. And though they didn't get a whole night together, it was better than another evening apart. My wife and I often share a bottle of wine, by which I mean she drinks the bottle of wine and I'm there with her, because I don't drink. But Dan's mind was elsewhere when Tommy tried to get his dad to play Racing Roger with him. Linda found Tommy trying to play the game by himself at dinner. She sat and played a few games with him to cheer him up, but she could tell he had really wanted to play with Dan. Well, you know, I couldn't satisfy them both. I'll do the kid next time. Or I'll make the kid the priority next time and do another compromise. We'll see what happens. The inheritance. I'm quite enjoying this so far. I mean, it's fairly simple. You know, there's not a lot of mechanical complexity to it. Obviously, it would be more difficult if I was doing it in stealth mode. Whether your child enjoys arts and crafts, swimming, sports, recreation, singing, or exploring, they should have a ball at Camp Emerald Lake. We know that every family has unique needs, and we strive to be as flexible as possible. Daily, weekly, and monthly packages are available in both sleepover and pickup options. Our lifeguards are fully certified, and every counsellor is trained in the cutting-edge cardiopulmonary resuscitation technique. Our goal is fun, but our priority is safety. Closed brochure contains information on all the exciting opportunities at Camp Emerald Lake. Should find many things you like, and we hope to see your child soon. Yeah, well, at least it's not Camp Crystal Lake. Don't send your kids there. He wants to have a friend. He wants to hang out with kids, is the impression I'm getting. Dan, I hope you're doing well. I got this address from your father. I hope it's correct. I'll get to the point. When your cousin Richard passed away, he discovered his pipe business done very well. He wasn't wealthy, but he was very comfortable. The execution of his will with so much pride finds that his wishes to be in a state among all living blood relatives. He reserved a lion's share for his immediate family, as I'm sure I understand, but there's a portion allotted to you as well. Encloses a cheque for the full amount. I'll trust your honour's memory by putting it to good use. It's one of Dan's clues, two of the son's clues. No clues for her just yet, but get out of the house.
I called the co-op today. It isn't wildly expensive, but it sure doesn't fit into the budget. It was a bigger letdown than I thought, not being able to just sign up on the spot. It gets so lonely here sometimes, and I think Tommy's starting to feel it too. We try to play with him every day, and the woods here are pretty magical for someone his age. But kids need to be around other kids sometimes. He can only play with his cars so often. Sometimes I wish there were actual neighbors here. The only friend he's made is Davy, but seeing them at the park once in a while isn't the same as having someone to pal around with every day. It's summer vacation, and he's pretty much all alone.
That's one of two clues for her. 3 clues of Tommy's, I would say. So I've got to read thoughts, but I could also get in and explore memories.
Is there something out there?
The entire world's out there.
Thinking the other one might be upstairs then. Yep. So over here.
I knew we should have eaten something with the wine last night. My head is killing me. It would have been worse if Dan hadn't come down to help me finish it, though. I didn't expect to see him, but he does have a way of surprising people. I wish we'd had a full night together, but maybe we can do that soon. I'm glad we got even a little time to catch up. We only got through the first side of the record, but we talked about the studio and my new painting, which was nice. It's good to know he's at least trying.
So she wants paint a bag at the co-op. Okay. I feel like we need to do the Kid and Linda in some combination. Tommy and Linda in some combination today, given that we gave Dan what he wanted in Chapter 1.
What about your rocket?
I already played with it.
What about your rocket?
I already played with it.
Okay, done those already, so the other one might be upstairs then. Wants to spend time with his dad. Bring my kite to that camp Mum told me about. Search the house in his memories for more clues. So in stealth mode, I think you're obviously going to need to make a lot more use of the lights than I am. Dan, I looked into it, and the guy at the literary register said that the pre-release ads do drive up pre-orders quite a bit. It's his job to sell ads, of course, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. I usually leave this kind of thing to the guys in the marketing department, so I'm a little out of my depth, but I checked with them and they said the same thing. So it seems like the ads make sense if the book is good. You don't want to oversell and underdeliver. I have to say, it's the first time I had a writer offer to pay for extra marketing. You sure about that? There aren't any refunds if the book tanks. You've got some drive, though, to come up with an idea like this. I'll give you that. Okay, so he wants... See the threads. I think I can pull this book off. Explore his memories.
Don't joke like that.
And when I finish my book in December,
Don't joke like that.
Just making sure those are both registered. So I hear a noise down here.
Broke through the fog last night. I found my notebook and it was all right there. Scott takes Alice to the lake to feed the swans, and he's too self-absorbed to switch up his go-to move, and Sarah's there waiting to confront him. He ends up losing them both. It's simple, but it's a clean way to hit the past as anchor theme. I have no clue how I forgot that part, but it doesn't matter now. It's like a dam broke. I got the chapters to Paul on schedule, with enough time to do first-pass revisions. God, I'm glad that's over.
Search the house for more clues.
Having fun? Yeah.
Still need to know more about what Dan wants. Literary register. Read his thoughts to find out what he wants. He wants to market his book. Yeah. I think kite and paint a bag as a compromise. So Linda gets a secondary each time. Linda gets her compromise, and then we go and tell Dan, I assume. Looks like, you know, a little bit of a heteronormative family structure here. That's ultimately Dan who makes the decision after I tell him. Tommy didn't realise at first that spending a week at camp actually meant his parents loved him, but by Tuesday he was elated. He made new friends, flying his kite and swimming with other children his age. His spirits improved almost overnight, and when he connected his new adventures with a gift from his father, Dan became a hero. Go, Dan, go. Dan called the co-op to see if there were any less expensive options and learned that they hosted after-hours workshops and everything from stitching calligraphy. He offered to teach creative writing twice a month, and the extra money was enough to pay for Linda to paint at the co-op 1 day a week. Whoop, whoop. Dan decided not to place the ad. Deep down he felt like he was giving himself a vote of no confidence. It was subtle, but he knew that regardless of the book's current state, he had apprehensions about being able to finish it in the way he wanted. So he hedged his bets. He couldn't shake the lack of confidence for days, and his writing stumbled. Well, that's a shame, but you know what? Sometimes you've got to do right by your family, my man. Chapter 3, The Funeral. So I think that that night something happened. Linda got a phone call. Okay, so I'm going to call it there for this video because I don't want to show the whole game. It's very much obviously a story-focused kind of experience, though you can give yourself more of a gamey experience by choosing stealth mode. But I don't want to kind of like show the whole game and spoil it for people. This is an old man tries, not an old man plays, after all. I will definitely continue this and finish it. I don't know that I will finish it multiple times trying the different variations, but I might just look it up online to see how it all turns out. If you choose other options, I'll continue to play the game, probably trying to keep a balance rather than focus on any one person. Objective to kind of have a happy family who are moderately successful. That'll be my kind of approach. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's an interesting story-focused game. Yeah, as I said, if you want a more gamey kind of game, you can go into stealth mode, so you actually have to kind of try and not be seen as you do your ghostly stuff. I like the fact that the game includes both options. I'm interested to see how the story plays out. Obviously, potentially some content that might be upsetting to people who have to deal with broken families of their own, or even sort of, you know, financial difficulty, stuff like that. So that's, you know, it's dealing with some serious kind of topics. So that's I guess a bit of a mild content warning for people. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting, cool concept. I'm looking forward to playing more. I hope you enjoyed a look at it. And if you are interested, if you just Google the Novelist itch.io, it should pop up. I think it's about $5. I picked it up in a big bundle, so I didn't even pay that much for it. But yeah, it looks fun. I'm impressed with what I've seen so far, and I'm definitely intending to play it through to the end. So that's The Novelist. I'll be back again in the future with more games that I've randomly selected from my catalogue to try and play, and we'll see if I enjoy those as much. In the meantime, thanks for watching this one, and I hope you enjoyed it.